Hello everyone, it is week 2 and look at all this deep and crisp and even. Whew, that's a bit better. Now we're inside. It is cold out there. It's nice and sunny, but my god is it chilly. So the point of today is setting my studio up and getting my Mac talking to my audio interfaces that you can see just up by here, and get everything singing and dancing. So before we get into anything studio wise, I got some new toys. I've got a set of Audix mics. Very, very excited to use these bad boys and get them all set up. So the bones of the kit here, how I've been miking stuff up beforehand, is kind of with a hodgepodge of mics that I've had for years, and I've got a rack system that I don't actually really use as a rack per se. It's more like I use that to mount all the mics and lights and all that sort of stuff off of. But yeah, I want to redo all that and get it looking really nice. A quick mic rundown for random stuff I've been using. There's an Audix F15 on the snare that I've been using. Some random cheapy drum mic for that high tom. And then it's JHS, DKS1 that I've been using for the toms, and I've got another one for the kick as well. But yeah, there's all been a real hodgepodge of stuff, and it's nice to have like a proper mic set, so I'm really excited to get these in and see what they sound like. But before I do any of that, I've got one more new toy that if you're a recording drummer or a live engineer, drum tech, anything like that, you'll probably know what this is already. It's one of these bad boys. So if you don't know what this is, it's called a Kelly shoe, and it mounts the microphone right in the middle inside your bass drum, and then your mic can just permanently live there and it's not going to move, it's not going to get bashed up or anything. I've been meaning to get one of these for donkeys, really excited, but installing this is a bit of a fiddly so-and-so, so here's a quick time lapse of me doing that. Okay, so how this works is it's gonna sit in the middle like this in your bass drum, facing your batter head, obviously, because that's where you want your kick to be. What I'm trying to work out is how far in or out I want it. But I think if I sit it nice and in the middle, on close to it, and you've got this little extendy bit, and you can push and pull your mic in and out as much as you need then. So the other fun bit is you get one long bit of stretchy rubber hose. It sits into these clips and there's these little bits that lock it into place, and then you've got to measure out how much you need, which isn't an exact science, so I will inevitably mess this up and have to redo it probably, but here we go. Being 6'5", trying to do stuff with drums like this is a nightmare. Also, just general good advice, make sure you get screwdrivers of like a million different sizes, especially being a musician. It's such a thing that no one thinks about talking about, but you know, it's important, man. Now I read, I'm a drummer, I can't read. I watched a YouTube video that basically what you want to do is hook the one end in and try and do the bottom first if you can, or like not the bottom, but the sort of side bottom, each side. That'll level it out and it'll keep it upright. So you want to hook it in and then figure out where you want to place it. So excuse my butt being in the camera. Okay, so once you've got that, you want to cut half of what you've measured, is what someone said, because obviously it's stretchy. So, oh, it feels very small. Of course, I've also found the worst pair of scissors in the house. You get your other hooky boy, put it in the end, put the thing on first. I don't know, man, that feels really small. There's your hook, and then when you pull it, you want it to be at tension so that it's not like flapping around in there every time you hit your bass drum. Oh, but it's scary. got one in. Now you can cheat it and use that first one to measure out all the rest, but I want to make sure that I get it right more than once by fluke. So I'm going to keep using the long one and cutting it. But I'm going to go find a better pair of scissors first. Sick pair of scissors. Hopefully these are better. Here we go. Get it. Oh, better scissors. Let's go. The moment of truth, if I've got it right or if I've messed up. It's holding! I think it's working. I feel like Anakin in pod racing.
It's working! It's working!
Yo! Let's go! You know, sometimes you listen to random people on the internet and they tell you absolute garbage. And then other times, they're really, really helpful. Huh?
2 hours later.
What up? Look at that. Brilliant. Boing. And then the main thing to remember to do before you put your Rezo head back on is actually put your microphone in. Oh, we're gonna get some lovely attack out of that bad boy. Woo, yeah. It's gonna be real punchy and nice.
Nice.
Let's get the front head back on. Now we play the fun game of where the hell did I leave my drum key? Found a different one. Not the right one I wanted, but it will do. Got the Kelly shoe in the bass drum, which is great. Now, the cool thing about these Audix mics is they've got these brilliant little clips like this that clip on to the drum. And it's pretty aggro-free. If you're doing it on like a floor tom or something like that, it just goes clip. And then they've got these little gooseneck bits that clip in, and you can move that however you want on your angle of your drum so you can get the right sound. Trouble is, with a rack tom, you can see it on this one, on the Tama kit, I've got these big braces at the back, so I'm having to try and figure out a way of positioning them that isn't going to affect my playing and is also not going to get in the way. So yeah, trying to figure this bit out now. Okay, so I've got the kit all back up. I've actually mounted back off the rack like I had before, but on the snare, it fits beautifully. Same for the floor tom there. Got it all looking great. Obviously the shoe there, and then I've put the kick mic that I used to have onto this big floor tom here, so hoping that'll get a great sound. Still keeping with the Behringer C2s up there. Hello. Yeah, feeling really good about this setup. Hello, it's now very late in the evening, but I have finally managed to make some progress. Got all the mics set up, as you saw, got everything plugged in, and then I was having a load of issues where it was getting this weird, like, distortion, phaser kind of crunchy weirdness out of the kit through the ADAT that I'm using. So these are real technical terms, but this is just for all the gearheads out there. Bear with me a minute if you're not a gearhead. So I'm using two Behringer audio interfaces. One is a slave for external feeds, and so I can split the phantom power as well on some microphones that need it and the ones that don't. Boring. But two overheads that had phantom power that were in my main, the master audio interface, was absolutely lovely, sounded great. And then all the new mics that were running into the slave were, yeah, giving this weird phasey, crunchy horribleness. Spent ages trying to work out why, been through, checked cables, checked the ADAT, the optic cable, made sure that's all fine. Sample rates, mate. Check your sample rates. Everything was auto set to 44.8. where's the clock for my drives and stuff was set to 441. So I set it to 441 and double checked all the outputs and everything's working now. It's taken me hours. It was daylight when I started this. Oh, the joys of audio engineering. But it means that tomorrow I can actually dial in drum sounds properly and get some stuff going and be able to record and mix in Logic, because it's a much nicer user interface than using Reaper. Sorry, Reaper heads, don't at me. I know it's a great piece of software. I love it. I just prefer Logic because I'm basic. So yeah, come back tomorrow, I guess, when I'm not as stressed, and we'll set a camera up and record some little test audio and see where we're starting from. I'm going to go lie down now. Bye.
The following day.
Good morning. After yesterday's debacle of trying to get everything talking to each other and then eventually figuring it out again, like I said earlier in the video, bit rates. Check your bit rates, folks. Check your bits. Hey! Spent ages faffing about getting the everything to sort of sit nice and level and sound okay. Thank you to my dad for helping me do that, because it was so much easier doing it with two people than one. But I think we're there now, so I'll play a little bit and we'll see what it sounds like. This is no EQ, no compression, absolutely nothing. This is just the raw sound of the mics and the drums in the room. So yeah, good starting point. Let's see where we go from. So there we go. That's what it sounds like so far. Obviously, I've got a kind of a random hodgepodge of cymbals that I have in the studio thrown on. And you tune the kit up a bit more, get stuff a bit more dialed in. But this is the kind of general raw sound. I'll get some EQ and compression and stuff on there, and hopefully it'll be sounding really good. Another thing, I'm trying out some new sticks. I've got these Vater LA 5As, which are kind of Vater's standard stick that they do. Went to an amazing clinic in Drum Depot with Alan Vater, grandson of Mr. Vater of Vater Drumsticks. And I've been playing Pro Mark for a while, and I went back to Vic Firth, and it's the eternal thing as a drummer, trying to find the perfect stick that's an extension of your arm and doesn't get in the way. I've tried loads of different sticks recently, and nothing's been feeling right. I thought I'd give these a go, because I've never really tried Vater sticks, and I'm really liking these 5As. So that's going to be it from me for this vlog. Just a little bit of an insight into a day or two in the studio and what it's like, you know, for your average Joe drummer. I'll do a drum cover video soon when everything's dialed in, so you can hear the full proper mix sound of these drums. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys again next week.